What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Bremen, aka Allfires. Now, it was right around this time last year that huge Hollywood trades like Variety started talking about a secret behind-the-scenes plan at Marvel Studios with Kevin Feige in the know in an attempt to bring back three major OG Avengers, the likes of Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow, Chris Evans' Steve Rogers, and of course Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. Now, a lot has happened between now and then, especially with Robert Downey Jr. winning an Oscar, and if you listen to his acceptance speech and what he said during it, it sort of sounded like he was closing the door on an MCU return. You also had Kevin Feige, in reaction to articles like Variety last year, issuing a blanket quote saying something along the lines of, given how much Tony Stark's sacrifice meant to the MCU, we'd never want to magically undo that. And so by all accounts, it seemed as though the door was emphatically shut, that there was no chance Robert Downey Jr. was returning as Iron Man for Secret Wars in the future of the MCU, and up until today, I would have bet on it. Well, I would have been wrong, because of course Robert Downey Jr. was asked about it, as he will be for the rest of his life, and his answer swung the door wide open for his return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And of course, if you consider our video yesterday, there seems to be a ton of synchronicity in that quote going live and today. We're breaking it all down, Robert Downey Jr.'s latest quote about returning to the MCU, and the news that we just got that sort of connects it all. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and rumor like we're covering today, and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner with the finale of X-Men 97. Again, all you gotta do, be a sub, leave a comment if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so this actually broke earlier today as reported by Variety. Quote, Robert Downey Jr. is not closing the door on the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which he kicked off in 2008 with Iron Man and headlined for 11 years through 2019's Avengers Endgame. Iron Man met his demise in that tentpole, but that has never stopped rumors from circulating that Marvel is trying to bring Downey back into the fold, especially now that the MCU has hit a box office rough patch with 2023 flops such as Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and the Marvels. Certainly, Downey's return as Iron Man could restore Marvel to its blockbuster glory days. Speaking to Esquire magazine after his Oscar win for Oppenheimer last month, Downey was asked if he would ever return to the MCU now that he's officially an Academy Award winner, and the actor didn't hesitate to answer yes, quote, happily. It's too integral a part of my DNA, Downey said. That role chose me. And look, I always say, never ever bet against Kevin Feige. It's a losing bet. He's the house. He will always win. Now, as I mentioned in the prologue, and Variety makes sure to mention this in the very next paragraph, Kevin Feige's quote in December about possibly bringing Robert Downey Jr. back and his sacrifice in Avengers Endgame. This is what Feige specifically said, quote, we are going to keep that moment and not touch that moment again. We all worked very hard for many years to get to that, and we would never want to magically undo it in any way. Now, you can take that quote at face value if you choose to believe it, but I've always said the same thing since the beginning. Since Avengers Secret Wars is meant to not only be a send-off to the multiverse saga, but also meant to feature other returning legacy cast members like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and Sir Patrick Stewart's Professor X, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, it would only seem fitting to also have the Marvel OGs present in that battle as well, and once the multiverse saga has concluded with the end of Avengers Endgame, then truly close the door on any characters returning, as we'll be moving into a non-multiverse story for the Mutant Saga. It would be super hard to deny, borderlining on impossible, that the multiverse saga, and up until now at least, hasn't been all about member berries, and considering Robert Downey Jr. would be one of the biggest member berries in Tony Stark that ever was and from the MCU, his return just seems like it's a natural progression of where the storyline is all headed. Now, obviously, they've got to do a lot of work between now and then to get there, but as I mentioned during the prologue, there was one other small piece of news that propped up in the last couple of days that we reported on yesterday that really feels like there's at least some synchronicity in the universe, as it was just revealed by the most trusted of industry insider sources in Daniel RPK that not only will Avengers 5 and Avengers 6 actually shoot concurrently, the same way they did with Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, but that they'll actually start filming for both movies and at the end of next year, late 2025. Now we have a clear picture on when production's actually going to start, on those films, and you have to imagine if they have the production schedule set for when they're going to start, that they also had to get all of the actor schedules lined up, and you wonder which cameos, which characters, which actors that this all includes. Now, obviously, the quote is coming from a little while ago and right after he won an Oscar, so there's really no tie specifically there. But we've talked about the ways in which Marvel Studios could do this and not be disappointing, i.e. not revisit or sort of change his sacrifice in any way, and that obviously means that Robert Downey Jr. can either come back as an AI in his own 616, tied to the Ironheart and the Armor Wars projects coming up in just a couple of years. That's something that would have happened in the comics, but as I've argued a million times, you don't pay Robert Downey Jr. money and then bring him back as an AI or a hologram. I don't really feel like that works for anybody, especially Disney and Marvel. Probably not for Robert Downey Jr. either, so I never saw that as the way forward. And if you don't want to undo 616 Robert Downey Jr.'s sacrifice, that means he's got to be an alternate version of Iron Man from somewhere else in the multiverse, which at this point is easily accessible given where the storyline has ended up, and also considering there's a really good chance we're going to see the birth of Battleworld coming up extremely soon in the next couple of months in Deadpool and Wolverine. I, of course, am going to pull for a superior Iron Man variant, the one that we wanted to see Tom Cruise in that role during Multiverse of Madness, because just simply put, that is one of the craziest, most insane, evil, maniacal versions of Iron Man we've ever seen. I think Robert Downey Jr. could really pull that off. I'm not really sure that that variant suits what they're doing in the Multiverse saga, but that being said, I think that's the most likely way you go about this. So again, you don't undo the 616 Tony Stark sacrifice, which of course runs parallel to Hugh Jackman's Logan, and of course the send-off and the death that that character received during that film. Deadpool and Wolverine have said that they're not going to touch that, although we think at this point that they probably are, which really you can take all this to mean that in this sacred timeline of the MCU, nothing is actually sacred. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below, whether or not you want to see Robert Downey Jr. back, and or if this is going to ruin it for you somehow and undo his sacrifice, and you think that they should just leave the character exactly where he is. I am all ears as always. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Okay, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s here at the channel, and we're going to continue to do so until the PlayStation 5 Pro comes out, and then we'll switch over. In the meantime, we just announced a brand new winner for the launch of X-Men 97. In fact, he just DM'd me on Instagram, showed me a picture. He just got it this past weekend. We'll have another winner next month to coincide with the finale of X-Men 97. If you want to be entered to win, or for any of the other future giveaways here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will always be announced live in the end of the video with my voice in the winning comment shown on screen. If you liked today's video, I'd sincerely appreciate it if you hit the like button, and the best way to keep up with the content here at the channel is to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. Please stay safe and vigilant on any YouTube channel where prizes are given away regularly. Years ago, we dealt with a problem that apparently is still rampant on the platform as they've been targeting my friends' channels. That is to say, if you're anywhere, Instagram, YouTube, any platform, and you should get a comment, please try to remember that anybody can take a content creator's photo, claim to be that content creator, and the whole ruse is to comment that you've won something and then get you to respond. Never share your information on a third-party app like Telegram or WhatsApp, and please try to remember that no content creator, not myself or anyone else, will ever charge you for the shipping if you win a prize for that channel. That's a dead giveaway that it's a scam. Be safe, be vigilant, and if you should get a comment like that, again on any platform, report the comment directly to the platform. YouTube is super fast about deleting those comments, and you're really doing everybody at the community a service, not just helping out the content creator, but everywhere that account has commented now disappears. So just think of how many people you're saving going through the same mess. The best way to keep up with the content at the channel has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. Find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at @IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music with the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around, we'll be posting again real soon.